I saw suddenly a woman, and she disappeared into the wall.
Spirit feels free. You want to soar. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to fly.
Many times we've seen miracles.
He was supposed to be a vegetable.
From the boundaries of the universe to the depth of your soul, embark on a journey through the unknown and unexplained as we explore mysteries, magic, and miracles. Hello and welcome. I'm Patrick McNee. Today, we'll see how to connect with your own higher self through an altered state of mind. And we'll take a different look at miracles, those that happen every day. But first, in any language, a ghost story is still a ghost story. In every country of the world, in every language, local legends of murder and mystery abound. Those who tell the stories do so in hushed tones, so as not to anger the restless spirits as they roam the night. The town of El Fuerte in Sinaloa, Mexico, was a quiet place back in the 1800s. It looked like many other colonial towns in the area. With its lovely plaza in the center of town, the one thing that set El Fuerte apart was the Orontia mansion, conspicuously located at the edge of the plaza. It was a huge structure, occupying nearly a full city block. It was lavishly decorated with furnishings from around the world, a chandelier from Italy, furniture from Vienna. It was built to the discerning taste of the wealthiest man in the state, Francisco Camilo Orontia. In 1869, he died, leaving the house and his fortune to his only heir, 18-year-old Adelaida. With all this wealth, you would think the beautiful young woman would have a perfect life. But instead, it seemed that Adelaida was too preoccupied with protecting her fortune for anything else. She became eccentric, withdrawn, antisocial, and so she ended up a lonely spinster in the huge house, rarely venturing outside as the years went by. Then, on September the 26th, 1927, the life of Adelaida took a violent turn. As she slept in her bed, she was brutally murdered. The fortune which had brought her all the luxuries of life was the cause of her death. Her trusted maid, Elisa, confessed to killing Adelaida for her money. It seemed to the people of El Fuerte that this would be the tragic end to the story of Adelaida Orontia. Little did they know that rather than an end, this would actually mark the beginning of a bizarre new chapter. People began hearing unusual sounds and seeing strange visions in the vacant Orontia mansion.
In the town of El Fuerte, many people have been talking about this old house and about the ghost in the house. Many people have seen a woman in the balcony or in some of the rooms and the layers, but there are some ghosts in the house.
The visions that are reported in the Orontia mansion are always described as a young woman in a white dress, one that could be a wedding dress. She has been spotted in many parts of the huge house. Often she is seen carrying a candelabra of lighted white candles. One night, a local photographer was able to snap an amazing photo in the house. He described seeing a woman in a white dress walk by carrying a candelabra. In the photo, you can plainly see the trail of the candles, and in the center is the faint outline of a woman. Several other people have had first-hand experiences with the Orontia ghost.
En una ocasión venía yo caminando por la calle que está frente al alto de los Orrantes.
One time I was walking along the street down by the Orontia house. All of a sudden I glanced over and I saw a woman on the balcony. I recognized her It was Adelaida Orantia.
Yo sabía que esa era la única casa donde vivía.
I knew it was her. I knew her personally all my life. There she stood, looking exactly as she did as a young girl, in a long, flowing white gown.
Pues yo sabía perfectamente bien que ella ya había muerto.
But I knew perfectly well that she was dead. I'd been at her funeral 65 years ago. And now I was seeing her exactly as she looked when she was a young woman. I got very scared. I looked again, and to my disbelief, this time, she went down and disappeared until I was staring at an empty balcony. Then I became terribly frightened, and I ran home.
Los nervios me agarraron y tuve que correr.
I was so nervous, I had to run.
Another El Fuerte man still vividly remembers his encounter with the Orantia ghost 30 years ago.
When I was a young man, I used to work in this house, sweeping the floor and taking care of some rooms in this house because it's a large and big house. And when I was doing my work, I heard a noise behind me. When I saw to see what was happening, then I saw suddenly a woman with a white dress walking from room to another room, and she disappeared into the wall, and I was very afraid. And I go very nervous outside of the house, running away because I really was very afraid. And then now the house is empty because the people doesn't want to go and rent or whatever. It's very, very strange.
Well, I can tell you, that is definitely one lovely old house I will not be spending the night in. In a previous episode, we watched one of our reporters, Susan O'Leary, experience a past life regression through the help of hypnosis. This was such an extraordinary experience, we felt it was worth following up on. So I wonder, Susan, can you share with us any insights or revelations that have come about as a result of your experience?
Well, Patrick, even though I can't say there's been a major or profound change in my life as a result of the experience, I can say that there were things that occurred during the regression, circumstances in my past life, which have shed some light on certain ways I behave today.
And another interesting fact, during one of my past lives, I was held captive in a landlocked village. The only way I could escape was from the sea.
I live by the water today. I don't know, it just sort of gives me a sense of peace and freedom.
Your spirit feels free. You want to soar. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to fly.
Many times we've seen miracles.
He was supposed to be a vegetable.